Hey, Paul. Are you not going to come home today for dinner? You haven't been home by this time for so long now. I made you dinner, but should I just leave it in the fridge like always?
Yeah, sorry, but you won't be seeing me tonight. Don't worry, you might catch me in the morning. You better have breakfast ready for me then.
Well, yeah. I just mentioned how I'll put your dinner aside for the morning. You can just heat it up in the microwave when you want to eat it after waking up. You said you're going to come back by the morning, but you're going to be back just when the sun is rising like always, right? 4 or 5 in the morning, I assume? I don't really want to wake up at that hour, so I'll leave you to eat your breakfast whenever you feel like it.
Wait, what are you talking about? You're my wife, aren't you? And yet you're not going to make me a freshly made breakfast? Come on now. We can't be getting lazy like that. You know who's paying the bills in the house. So, you better treat me right.
I don't think I've ever felt dependent on your income. You know that I work just as much as you. So, I don't know what you're trying to imply.
Hold on now. Come on, you can't be serious. You work at home, don't you? Why would you think we're on the same level at all? Look, just stop questioning what I'm telling you to do and make me breakfast when I come home. It better be warm.
You're out drinking again, aren't you?
And what's it to you? I get to use my money however I want. I earned it after all. Anyways, I have something I need to talk to you about. That's why I'm reaching out. So you better be ready for some talking.
Well, why don't you just come home and we can talk about it in person?
Nah. I mean, it puts less pressure on me and you after all. Besides, this beer isn't going to drink itself, you know.
So you're not even going to tell me when you're sober? You're not in your right mind anyways, are you?
Look, stop worrying about me and listen. I've decided right here and now that I'll be filing a divorce. So, good luck on your own.
What are you on about? Do you want to think about what you just said?
I don't need to think about anything. This has been in the back of my mind for months. So I'm glad I could finally get it off my chest. I was waiting for this for so long. Alright, well, I've got some drinks to take care of with the boys. I'll catch you later.
Wait, hold on. You can't just cut the conversation short like that. Listen, if you want to have this talk, we better do it in person when you're in a better mindset. Besides, if it's about a divorce, we both should have a say to go through with it or not.
I keep telling you that I am the one that runs this house. You just live off the money I earn through hard work. Why would you have a say in anything I do in my life choices? All you get to do is listen to what I have to say and follow through. You understand?
Seems like you're just as drunk as ever. Not that I'm surprised.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sobering up as we speak. These are my true desires, through and through. And if you were interested, seems like our daughter has no problems with it too.
Wait, what? You brought this up to Sally?
Yep. And it seems like she prefers daddy over mommy. Poor you. Ha ha. I mean, she is a middle schooler at this point. She has every right to decide on who she wants to be with. And unfortunately, it seems like that isn't you.
You're telling me Sally told you that she wanted to live with you? When did this happen? This sounds like a lie you just made up.
Believe whatever you want. But just note that she was embarrassed to be with a mom as old as you are. You're an old hag after all.
What did you just say?
Oh yeah, it's your birthday tomorrow, isn't it? What an awful way to start a day of celebration. Though I guess for me it'll be a joyful day. Haha. How old are you turning again? I can't even keep up.
I'll be 40. Why are you even asking at this point?
40? You're in your 40s? You're joking, right? Well, I suppose I did make the right choice in that case. I mean, it seems the clock was ticking for you until you became an old woman. Me and Sally are sick of dealing with an elder like you. I can't believe I was married to a 40-year-old. Yikes.
Paul, it's perfectly normal to be in your 40s when your daughter is 14. If anything, I might even be on the younger end of things compared to some parents.
Have you been keeping up? Look at the other moms in Sally's middle school. They're all so young. Gorgeous, too. You, on the other hand... Well, age hasn't really helped you out looks-wise, has it? And you were such a beautiful babe back in the day, weren't you? But look at you now. You're just a middle-aged hag I'd see anywhere in town.
Why do you feel the need to say things like that? I'm not going to magically get younger just because you're not attracted to me anymore.
I'm just telling you how it is. Just accept it. You're not attractive anymore. You're not fit to be my wife anymore.
All right, I see how it is. So both you and my own daughter viewed me that way. Is that what you're implying?
Get with the program. I'm saying you've been replaced.
You what?
Yup. She's 23 and a gorgeous woman. Not to mention, Sally seems to really get along with her too. So you're out of the question. You've been thrown out like yesterday's garbage.
You've been cheating on me all this time?
When did I ever imply that? I've done nothing with this new girl. I can assure you that much. All I said was that we should get married once I was done with you. I'm not as scummy as to juggle two women at once. Get this, too. This girl is the daughter of a super big-time CEO. I'll even get a new job up at her dad's place. Talk about pulling the winning lottery. You'd be an idiot if you were in my shoes and didn't go through with the divorce. Which same person would stay with you after an offer that great?
I genuinely don't care about your well-being or whatever at this point. But doesn't that seem a little sketchy? Look, just don't come crying to me begging to get back together when things go south.
Come on now. There's no need to be such a sore loser. This is all your fault anyways. I know ladies that age like fine wine, but you don't put in the effort for your own beauty and you just lost everything because of it.
Well, I won't be responsible for anything that happens to you. You got that? I do not want to hear from you ever again asking for my help. Because you know what my answer will be. Now, let me ask you this again. Are you sure you want to go through with this? You won't regret it at all?
Why would I? Why would I choose a 40-year-old hag like you over a cute girl in her 20s? Sally is fine with it too. So, as a proud father, I need to do what my daughter wants in life, right? So that's that. It's time for you to get out of my life.
Whatever. I won't be seeing you.
And that's done. Oh, but make sure you leave me some breakfast, yeah? I might get you to sign the divorce papers when I come home, actually. Hi, Julia. I'm really sorry for contacting you so late in the night. I don't know if you remember, but I'm Tony, one of Paul's coworkers.
Oh, right. I remember you, Tony. Is there something I can help you out with? Sorry, I'm not really in the right mindset at the moment.
I don't blame you. I suppose the first thing I should mention is that I was out drinking with Paul, and it seems like he lashed out at you after drinking a few too many drinks.
It's whatever. I knew he wasn't a great person from the start.
I'm so sorry. I tried to stop him and talk him out of it, but he just wouldn't. I mean, I know how kind of a woman you are, and I know Paul is going to regret it afterwards.
Well, thank you. I'm glad at least someone knows how to treat others with respect. Was that all you wanted to say? I really appreciate the message, but I think I need some time for myself.
Sorry, I won't keep you for too long. But I'm sure you're aware now, but Paul has someone he is planning on getting married to. Some girl in her 20s called Jennifer or something.
Right. And my daughter seems completely fine with her being her new mother, it seems. She is the daughter of some rich CEO or something, right? Paul was so over the moon about it that it was genuinely pathetic.
Right. But after doing a bit of my own investigation, it seems like there is much more to the story than I originally thought.
What do you mean?
Well, for starters, this Jennifer chick seems to only be in it to play around with Paul. She's most likely just using him for his money or something. But of course, he thought that there was much more to it than that, and is now fully believing that they're going to get married in the future. I've warned him over and over that she's just using him, but of course, he's too arrogant about the whole situation to even listen.
He was going on and on about moving in with her and getting a job at her father's work, which would set him up for life or something. He seemed to be pretty confident it was happening, too. I know he's pathetic, but even he's smart enough to not blatantly believe someone without evidence.
Well, that's why I'm somewhat concerned about the whole thing. Why would a young, pretty girl suddenly be okay with marrying a man like that? There has to be a catch somewhere.
A catch, you say?
Well, the story of Jennifer being the daughter of some CEO is suspicious already. I mean, I have my doubts. I was with Paul when he met her for the first time. We were out drinking at a pub where she just so happened to approach him out of the blue. Even then I was suspicious. But I don't see the benefits of a young woman like her taking on a man in his 30s and his 14-year-old daughter.
So that's how they met. Though I suppose if an attractive woman approached him, I could see that idiot falling for it.
I obviously can't say anything for sure, but I'm sure even you know that Paul earns a pretty solid income. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if she's just a gold digger that's pretending that she has a rich father to reel him in.
Right. I get you. And why are you telling me all of this, by the way?
Well, he's trying to get your daughter Sally involved too. I don't even know when he brought her along to meet up with Jennifer, but he's not listening to anything I say, so I thought I'd mention it to you in a last-ditch effort to fix everything up. But it's ultimately your choice if you want to go through with it all. I mean, he did say all of those things to you after all.
Look, I'm glad that you told me about some of those details about this situation, but I genuinely could not care what happens to him after being verbally abused like that. If things get rough with his situation, I'll legally claim my daughter and make her live with me. For now, though, I'll just see what happens. But again, I appreciate your time for trying to handle all of this to the best of your ability.
Don't mention it. I just wanted to give you the heads up. I've known Paul for a while, so I do want him to succeed in his personal life. But he absolutely went too far this time around. Just don't let any of the words he says to you get to your head going forward. I can't do much to help, but if you need someone to investigate what Paul's up to, then please let me know.
Right. I might take you up on that offer at some point. Thanks.
Hey, Julia, it's me. I hope you've been well. It's been too long.
To think I'd get an annoying message from you. What do you want? I thought you weren't ever going to contact me again.
Well, yeah, I did say that, I suppose, but... See, some issues have come up, and I thought I'd get in touch.
Let me guess. The girl you were seeing ran off with all of your money one morning. How did you not expect this to happen?
Wait, how did you find out?
Because the whole thing was laughably predictable. And of course you got fooled by it just like that. This is what you get for trusting a girl that's much younger than you that's that gorgeous. Why would a girl like that want to get with you anyways?
No, you don't get it at all. She's crazy. I need help. Everything she said from the very beginning was a blatant lie. She doesn't have some rich father. She doesn't even have a house to her name. And by the time I realized it, she had run off with my bank details. She has all of my money.
And what happened to Sally? Is she okay?
Well, yeah, she's at my parents' house for the time being.
Oh, good. I don't care about you, but I'm glad she seems to be in a safe place. So I'm assuming your parents know about all of this that happened?
No, I haven't told them a thing. I didn't even tell them that I broke up with you, to be honest. You know how my parents are. They're always so backwards and old-fashioned.
Do you really think that's the biggest problem you have to worry about right now? Obviously, they were going to find out at one point.
I know. But listen, I was dealing with the whole situation with Jennifer that I didn't have anything else in my mind. And I thought about all that had happened, and I know I need to apologize for everything I did to you.
About time, huh? But you're probably just apologizing to me because you got scammed by that woman and you have nowhere to go. Is that about right?
No, it's nothing like that. Even if I was going to go through with the whole marriage with Jennifer, looking back, I would have canceled that and gone back to you. This is truly how I feel. I need you back in my life.
Why would I believe a single word that you say, huh? Do you not feel shame at all? You're absolutely pathetic, Paul. No matter what you tell me, I will not be helping you out in any way. I warned you.
Wait, just wait a second, all right? I seriously just want to sit down and talk everything over with you. That's all. There's nothing I can do right now. I don't even have enough money to pay off the bills in this house. Please, you gotta help me out.
Well, why don't you move out and back into your parents' place then? Why should I have to deal with your problems all of a sudden?
Why? Because I helped you out for over 10 years with all of the bills. How is that fair that you suddenly don't have it in you to help me out?
Sure, but you were the one that kicked me out of that house in the first place without any hesitation. I'm already living by myself in a house of my own now, so I'm not dependent on you anymore. And I was never dependent on your income back when we lived together either. So deal with it yourself. If you have a full-time job, you could probably recover somehow, right? I mean, this is your responsibility that you ended up in this mess.
Well, sure. But I haven't told you one thing.
You were so excited about getting a new job at Jennifer's dad's place that you just quit your job? That's what happened, right?
She promised me. She used me like that just to toss me away. I was going to have a steady income coming in after getting into her dad's company. That was the plan. I even talked to him, and he told me that the first payment was going to be over $8,000.
You met her father? And do you believe that as well?
Well, of course I did. Why would I not believe him if that's what he told me to my face with so much sincerity? Though he was a lot younger than what I imagined. I guess he was in on it too. He probably isn't even related to Jennifer.
Seems like it was some multi-layered scam that they came up with. And you fell right for it. Don't tell me he asked for a front-end payment when you first mentioned working for him too.
Well, yeah. He told me I could buy stock in the company when I joined. He said I get the best deal if I pay up front when I start. That I could get it back whenever I wanted.
How stupid can you be? Why would you not think the job is all a lie when you heard that? I guess you really were head over heels for this Jennifer girl. You're pathetic.
Well, she sounded so genuine about everything. She had a way with her words. Anyone would have fallen for that.
Well, I had a talk with your friend, Tony, and he seemed to be very wary of her. He was worried about me, but also as your coworker. If you could be as sincere as he was.
I know. I should have believed Tony in the first place. I should apologize to him for not trusting what he had to say. Yeah, maybe then he'll help me out of this mess. Ugh, it's so annoying though. He's not picking up his phone at all, no matter how many times I call him.
He hasn't blocked you, has he? I mean, you two were so close as coworkers from what I remember.
Damn it! I shouldn't have punched him.
Excuse me?
See, he was being really pushy about who I should or shouldn't date, and it got on my nerves that he was trying to control me. And we broke into a fight during a night of drinking. And then I punched him without thinking. Damn it! He said he'd take legal action and get me to pay for his hospital fees. Don't you feel bad for me? I keep getting pushed around and used like a toy. And what do I always get? Absolutely nothing.
I feel bad about my daughter, that's for sure. You're honestly one of the most pathetic men I've ever come across. I'm glad we ended up getting divorced so I didn't have to deal with any of this in person. Even thinking about the what-ifs of still being with you sends chills down my spine.
Look, I know a lot has happened between us, but I'm a better man than I ever was. I've reflected and regretted everything I've done to you. I promise I'll treat you better. So, what do you say we get back together for old time's sake? And for Sally's sake, too.
Why would I ever say yes to that? I mean, you literally were trying to cheat on me and pushed me out of your life. Go find a new girl that you fancy to get scammed from again.
Aren't you being a little too harsh? We were together for over a decade, Julia.
You told me that I was an old hag that looked worse and worse as the years go by. I don't think you have any right to call me harsh after all of that. I knew this was all going to happen from the moment you started being cold to me. And I knew that you were going to get scammed from the moment you mentioned this new girl. I mean, think about it. Which young girl would want you for anything other than your money?
Damn it!
And now that you've been sucked dry of everything you have, no wonder you got thrown out. You can call me an old hag all you want, but you're 35 too. If there was a single thing I still liked about you, I might have considered getting back with you. But look at you. Who would ever want to spend time with you?
Wait, even you're going way too far.
Perhaps. But I thought it'd be better if I let it all off my chest while I had the courage to do so. But it's just like you said. It's so much easier blabbering about what's on my mind with a little alcohol. Afterwards, Paul tried his hardest to locate where I lived. Luckily, I had moved completely out of the area and was living a calm life in a quiet town. I heard that he still occasionally wanders around town trying to find any clues of my whereabouts. But I'm certain he'll never get to me. His parents obviously found out about everything that had happened and therefore had a thing or two to say to him. In the end, Sally was taken off of him, and they're living as a family of 3, excluding Paul. As for Tony, his old coworker, he never bothered to contact Paul ever again. I'm sure that hurt, losing every single person in his life that could help him out. But with no friends or family, and no job to support himself, I do truly wonder what his plans are going forward. I also heard from Tony that the scammers that tried to get Paul got arrested themselves for money laundering, which serves them right. Though I suppose if it wasn't for them, I couldn't get rid of my problematic ex-husband. I'm definitely better off without him. So in a strange way, I'm thankful for their efforts.
Hey Ken, let me ask you something.
Yeah, what is it?
You were supposed to get paid today, weren't you? I just checked your bank account history and I don't see any direct deposit payments yet. What's going on? Don't tell me you got fired or something.
Taylor, are you trying to buy something really expensive again?
My favorite brand is releasing their new limited edition spring color bag today. They usually sell out within an hour, so I have to buy it as soon as possible. But I already maxed out the credit cards this month, so I was thinking of taking the money out of your account and paying in cash. So tell me what happened. Why didn't you get paid yet? You still have a job, right?
Yes, I still have a job, Taylor. I just changed the account where my direct deposit gets sent to.
Are you joking? Why would you do something like that? Nothing was wrong with your account before. Now I won't be able to get into it.
The amount of money you spend on shopping is way more than I'm getting paid in the first place. Because of that, I'm losing money from my savings to pay for bills. Have you not noticed that?
Huh? What do you mean?
If you keep this up, I'm gonna end up using the rest of my savings. I was thinking maybe I should be in charge of the budget from now on. I'm pretty sure we spoke about this last night. I even told you that I was gonna make a new account for myself.
Well, I don't remember. You didn't tell me any of that.
I asked you again and again if you could just listen, but you were too busy painting your nails. All I got from you was a mm-hmm. So I guess it's safe to say you weren't listening. But that's not my fault. It's yours.
Where is all of this coming from? Why are you suddenly acting so serious about stuff like this?
I guess over the past year and a half we've been married, I keep trying to be chill about how you've been acting. But it's gotten so bad, I had to do something about it. I finally made my decision.
What kind of decision is that? That's not fair for me. Where am I supposed to get money from?
Good question. Have you ever heard of something called a job? Maybe you could look into that. Just a suggestion. But regardless of what you think, that's how it's going to be from now on. You won't have access to my bank account.
What about my new bag? I won't be able to buy it. Change the direct deposit back to the old account. Either that or you have to tell me the new account number. Or just straight up give me the money. Right now.
Maybe if you stop wasting money on materialistic things, then I'll think about it.
It's not wasting money. What's wrong with wanting a cute new bag every once in a while?
That's exactly what you said last time you spent $470 on a cute new bag. I don't even think you noticed that the cable was gone for a couple of weeks because I couldn't pay the bill.
Whatever, nobody watches TV anymore anyways.
Hey, Taylor, what is with these divorce papers?
Oh, you're home.
Yeah, I just finished working overtime and came home exhausted, only to find these filled out divorce papers on the table. And you're not even here. What are you trying to do? Is this some kind of threat?
Thanks to you, I wasn't able to buy my new bag. How am I supposed to show my face in front of my friends? I said before that it usually sells out within an hour, but it's so popular that it sold out within 10 minutes. This is your fault. I even checked eBay and I only see people selling them for over twice the original price.
You can't buy something like that off of eBay. All you're gonna see are scalpers trying to sell for ridiculous prices.
Whatever. My point is that you didn't give me the money, so I couldn't buy it. I already planned so many outfits around that bag, so what am I supposed to do now?
Is that the reason you put divorce papers on the table and ran away from home?
Yes. Those divorce papers are your punishment for not listening to me. I'm sure you're freaking out right now, right?
Well, actually...
If you don't want me to divorce you, then you better hurry up and give me your new account number. I won't come back home until you do. I also won't reply to any of your messages unless it's about the account number.
Okay, I'll file the divorce papers then.
Listen, Ken, I've had enough of your crap. It's been a whole year. I know I said I wouldn't reply to you if it wasn't about the account number, but that doesn't mean you have to stop talking to me. Kenneth answered the phone. Why are you ignoring me? If you just sent me the stupid account number, we wouldn't be in this situation. We could have still been living together. You can't be like this forever. Answer me. What is your problem?
I was wondering who this was, but Taylor, is that you? What do you want?
We haven't spoken in a year, and this is how you talk to me?
Well, you're being kind of annoying if I'm being honest. You kept blowing up my phone for no reason.
What do you mean? I'm your wife. Stop complaining. I have every right to blow your phone up, especially about important things like this. If you don't listen to me, we're getting a divorce. Is that what you want?
We did get a divorce though, a year ago.
What?
The last text I sent a year ago was me saying that I would file the divorce papers. It said you saw the message, so I thought that meant that you were okay with actually going through with it. I went through the process with the lawyer and everything. I don't get it. I really thought you were serious. Besides, I already remarried.
Wait, what?
Don't tell me you didn't realize we were divorced this whole time.
I didn't.
Wow, that's a bit unbelievable, even for you. So this is just speculation, but I think I heard that your older brother was going through a divorce at the same time.
Yeah, I guess they were making a fuss about that around this time last year.
Your brother was trying to have a serious conversation with you about it, but you acted like you didn't care, even though he was talking about your own divorce and not his. You just sat there scrolling on your phone or doing your nails and left your parents to deal with everything. Is that true?
What?
Maybe you got things mixed up and thought that the lawyer who kept going to your house was for your brother, so you probably didn't think it was about your divorce.
Wait, what?
I mean, I was thinking about it, but I was like, there's no way something like that could happen.
Now that you mention it, I actually remember thinking, if this is about his divorce, then why do I have to be here?
That must be it then. You really didn't realize it was about your own divorce.
Wait, so that lawyer who kept coming to the house, you're the one who hired him?
I'm pretty sure that's the case. When your brother was telling me about it, I couldn't believe it myself, but now everything makes sense.
There's no way.
I could say the same thing. I can't believe you didn't realize that we've been divorced for a whole year. I think you should pay attention a little bit. No, a lot more to the things happening around you. Open your eyes and take into consideration what the people around you do and say. You didn't think something was off about the fact that we didn't speak for an entire year? You never even came home, so where were you?
I went back to my parents' house. I don't know, I just thought you were being stubborn, so we didn't say anything to you. Ken, can we just get back together? We can pretend all of this never happened.
What? There's no way you just said that to me.
If we divorced, all we have to do is just get married again. It's not that hard.
You've got to be joking. Do you not understand anything that's going on right now? Have you even been reading my texts?
I'll just get the marriage registration ready and we'll be back together in no time.
Didn't I just say I'm already remarried? Why are you acting crazy right now? I literally just told you that.
Hey Ken, I went back to our apartment, but there was a lady there I've never seen before. Who is she? Are you cheating on me? Who is she, Ken?
What? You went back to our old apartment?
I ran her out, so it's fine. She was so hard to get rid of. You have some explaining to do.
You did what?
By the way, what is with this furniture? Everything looks so different. I can barely even recognize the place. It looks like you bought new furniture to try and give the place a new feeling, but it feels kind of feminine if I do say so myself.
What do you think you're doing? What do you mean you kicked a lady out? What is wrong with you?
What do you mean? I came back because we're getting married again. Isn't it obvious? All I did was get rid of the lady because she was in my way. I'm still waiting on an explanation, by the way. Who is she? How did she get into our apartment?
I don't live in that apartment anymore.
What? What do you mean?
Right after the divorce, my job transferred me to a different location and I moved. That's not my place anymore. You just kicked a lady out of her own house. The lawyer should have told you that information during the divorce process. Oh, you didn't even realize it was your own divorce, so you probably didn't listen to anything he told you. You probably didn't even consider me moving out. Anyways, get out of that lady's house and let her back in. You can't just break into someone's house and kick them out.
Well, tell me the address of your new place, then I'll leave.
For goodness sake, Taylor, why do you have to be like this?
Ken, hey, someone's outside. It looks like a security guard or something. Ken!
Yeah, that probably means someone made a report to the police. Finally.
What? The police? Why would someone call the police?
What you're doing is breaking and entering and trespassing. That's illegal, in case you didn't know. It would make sense if someone didn't report you. That poor lady is probably losing her mind right now. Hurry up and get out. I also don't understand how you thought that this was an okay thing to do. Didn't you expect someone to call the police on you?
What? You want the police to take me away? You want them to throw me in jail?
Well, I mean, doesn't matter to me either way. We're strangers now. It's about time you understand the consequences to your actions.
How could you? I'm your wife. You're supposed to be there for me. You're just gonna let them throw me in jail? We're getting remarried, and this is how you treat me. You're terrible. What did I ever do to you?
Why are you still saying that? We're not getting remarried. If you keep this up, then I'm gonna have to call the police on you too.
This is really bad. You're gonna let your own wife get taken away by the police and you don't even care? I'm so scared. Can you come and help me?
Are you stupid? How many times do I have to say this for you to understand? I'm already married to someone else.
What? I don't get it. That doesn't make any sense.
I've said it a million times already. Go back and read the damn texts if you have to. I don't see the point of repeating myself.
Huh? Wait, no. Oh my gosh.
What is it now?
Someone's trying to unlock the door from the outside. Help! Come quick!
Oh, well, maybe the landlord's there with the master key. Good luck.
Ken, you're such a terrible person. I can't believe you. Hello? Answer me. You better pick up the phone this time.
Geez, you again? What do you want now? I thought you were gone for good this time.
Ever since what happened last week, I've been having an extremely tough time, you know? The police took me away, and my parents got really mad at me. I even had to spend a night in a dirty jail cell. It was the worst experience of my entire life. And the lady at the apartment is gonna sue me and I have to pay her. Plus, she said she's gonna file a victim's report.
And?
I had to pay her. I didn't have a choice. Now I'm in debt to my relatives who lent me the money.
Really? Well, you'll have to get a job to pay them back then, won't you?
That's not the point. I've had the worst week ever and you don't even care. What are you being so mean to me for?
Why are you still talking to me? This has nothing to do with me.
I just don't get it.
Don't get what?
How could you already be married to someone else? It's only been a year since the divorce, hasn't it?
Yeah, so?
It's only been a year and you already married someone? That doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, I got married 2 weeks ago. What's so hard to understand about that?
You were cheating on me, right? I knew it.
No, I wasn't. I even knew you would accuse me of cheating, but that's not what happened.
Well, how do you explain yourself then? Getting married again just a year after divorce? Something's definitely weird about that. That's way too fast. Nobody gets married within a year of meeting someone. The only thing that makes sense is that you were cheating on me.
Are you done? Can I explain now?
Whatever. I'm not forgiving you. Did the year and a half we were married even mean anything to you?
Anyways, 3 months after the divorce, I went to a singles party and my classmate was there too. She was in my class all through elementary, middle, and high school. We kind of hit it off and we exchanged numbers. We started dating and I had a feeling we would end up getting married. We registered our marriage 2 weeks ago. I already knew her and what kind of person she was, so the road to marriage was significantly shorter. That's all. And if you really want me to answer your previous question, the year and a half we were married did mean something to me. It helped me realize what not to look for in a future partner. The relationship with you helped me understand what I don't like.
What the heck? That's not fair. What do you mean you knew her? That sounds too good to be true.
I don't know what you're referring to as not being fair, but it doesn't matter. That's the truth. You and I are divorced, and that's it. I married someone else. We are strangers now. So please, can you just leave me alone already?
No!
What do you mean, no? You must really want me to file a report against you, huh? The only reason I haven't yet is because you've already been through so much.
You're gonna help me with repaying my debt. You earn $120,000 a year, so it shouldn't be hard for you.
No, I absolutely will not. I haven't the slightest intention to give a single cent to a stranger like you.
No, you're gonna divorce that other woman and get back with me. She doesn't know you like I do. Give me your address right now.
You are so delusional. Even if I did tell you, I don't think you'd be able to come anyways.
Hello, there's something called GPS. If I know the address, I can get there no problem. Duh. Just tell me.
Well, if you really want to know, then fine. It's overseas, though, so...
What? What do you mean overseas?
My company's branch in Barbados needed staff on short notice, so I was assigned to relocate 2 months ago. After my wife and I registered our marriage, we packed up and left the US. Do you still want my address? I'd like to see you try get here.
What the hell? Barbados? I can't believe you'd leave the country without me.
So, in other words, I am no longer in the US. So, unless you plan to rent a boat, I don't see how you're gonna get to me. I know you can't afford a plane ticket. So, I'd appreciate it if you'd stop trying to come after me for my money.
Why are you ignoring my calls? Just answer the phone.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. When we were married, I'm pretty sure you were the one cheating on me. Isn't that right? I didn't want you following me around in the future, so I decided to have a thorough check through some things. I had someone I know from back home help me with carrying out an investigation. We were able to hire a private investigator. Back then, you were really taking advantage of me, huh? I had my suspicions, but I was never able to bring it up without any hard evidence. I know you'd snap on me even if I tried to accuse you. It happened so long ago, but just a couple days after the investigation started, they kept finding evidence of your cheating.
Huh?
I spoke to my lawyer about the results of the investigation. Do you want to know what we discovered? Where should I start?
Wait, I don't believe this. This can't be real.
Make sure you pay up, okay?
What the heck? Why would you try to kick me while I'm already down? You're the literal worst person ever. Whatever you found isn't true anyways.
I'm the worst person ever? Remember when you went to the hospital to get your appendix removed? It turns out that wasn't what you went to get removed.
Wait, no, none of it's true.
Yeah, you went for an abortion. Crazy, right? Not to mention the time when you went to visit your sick grandmother out of town. Nope, you went to Las Vegas with your secret man. Do you want me to go on? There's a lot more where that came from. Like the fact that the guy didn't even know that you were married.
I'm sorry, okay? It won't happen again. Just please? I'll forgive you about the bank account thing. Can we please just get back together and pretend this never happened?
There's no way in hell I would ever forgive you. You're on your own now.
Wait, please, I'm sorry.
You're extremely annoying, so I'm gonna block you now. I'd be happy if I never had to speak to you ever again. Bye.
Kenneth!
A few days after that, it seems as though Taylor showed up at an immigration office trying to find information about me. She made a scene in the reception lobby and was taken away by the police. Again. This time I heard she was actually arrested and charged. Thankfully, nobody was hurt, but apparently they were working on a large case that day and she interrupted them. Since they were forced to suspend their business, they're suing her for damages. So on top of the compensation she's supposed to pay me, she has another debt to pay. It seems like she asked her relatives for money again, but they didn't want to give it to her just to end up waiting forever. She wasn't sent to jail, but she is under house arrest, so she's not allowed to leave the vicinity of a 5-mile radius from her parents' house. So Taylor is now under 24/7 surveillance while she has to work from morning to night. It sounds like she made one call to my parents asking for help, but apparently my mother hung up on her without saying a single word.
Hey, Mom. Sorry to contact you while you're busy at work, but there's something I needed to tell you.
Hey, honey. It's unusual for you to send me a text during working hours. What's up?
Well, there's this strange girl outside our apartment building. I'm scared, Mom. I don't know what to do.
Hold on. What do you mean there's a strange girl?
She looks about my age, and she's apparently been in the lobby for a while now.
Apparently? Where did you find that out?
The caretaker, Mr. Lewis, rang and told me. He said she was looking for the Turners. He was confused at first, but then he remembered that your maiden name was Turner.
Wait, what? Who on earth would be looking for our apartment?
I have no idea. I don't think she's anyone that I've ever met.
Are you certain? It's a very unusual thing to happen. I can't imagine who it would be.
Yeah, I'm sure. I haven't made any plans to hang out with friends. I just had Ava over last week.
Right.
I was freaking out about it, but I wanted to make sure with my own eyes. I've never even seen someone like her at my school.
So, let me get this straight. A random girl your age just happened to show up looking for our apartment?
That's what it seems like. But I already told Mr. Lewis that she isn't my friend. But he didn't believe me and thought I just had a falling out with her. And then he started trying to give me advice, saying like I should make up with my friends before it's too late. He's totally misunderstood everything.
Sounds like Mr. Lewis for you.
Sorry to bother you while you're working. I'm just freaking out a little bit. I didn't know if I should just go talk to her or what.
Hey, don't sweat it. I always have time when you need me. In fact, I'm grateful you contacted me straight away. Leave it up to me. I'll make sure to clear everything up. I'll contact Mr. Lewis straight away too.
Oh, really?
Of course. I'm worried about your safety. I'll leave work straight away too. I'll be home in no time at all.
Are you sure? I can try and talk to her myself. I know your work is stressful enough as it is.
Don't be silly. You're more important than my job. I need to make sure you're safe. That's the number one thing right now. What if she doesn't go away even after you talk with her? I don't want you to have to deal with that by yourself.
I didn't really think that far ahead.
Well, you did the right thing messaging me. Now, I'll be home by lunch, so stay put no matter what. I'm worried about you going outside by yourself right now.
Gotcha. I won't go anywhere. I'll go ahead and make lunch for both of us then. Hey, Mommy! I finally found you! So, when can I move in?
Who is this?
Oh, don't be silly. You know who it is. I've been searching forever for you. And now I know exactly where you are. It took some time, but boy, it was worth it.
Hold up there. Is that you, Mackenzie?
You guessed it! Your beloved daughter is here to see you. I have been waiting for this moment for ages.
What are you doing at my building?
Oh, don't worry about the small details. More importantly, where are you going to invite me inside to see the new pad?
Pad?
Yeah, you're basically living the celeb life in a place like this. Daddy would be so jealous if he saw you living in a high-rise like this. I can already imagine the look on his face.
I need you to answer my question. Why do you know where I live? How did you find that out? I need an explanation.
It was nothing, really. I just happened to find it out of the blue. Well, I guess you could say it was thanks to you.
What do you mean? You're making no sense.
Well, ever since you and Daddy got divorced, you never once thought to contact us. I even found out that you changed jobs, too. I don't know why you wouldn't contact your own daughter once in a while.
I don't want to do this right now, Mackenzie. Just tell me why and how.
Okay, calm down. Jeez. I'll tell you. But I'll have you know, it was a lot of work looking for you.
And that's my fault, how?
I spend tons of time poring over your social media and looking around where we used to shop. But you never post online or shop in this neighborhood anymore.
Oh, wow. Stalkerish much?
Yeah, I guess a little. My bad. But by chance, I saw you shopping on Main Street recently and decided to follow you home. From a distance, of course, so you wouldn't catch me.
Oh my god. Do you want me to call the police on a child?
Don't be silly, Mommy. It's just like when we used to play hide and seek.
Oh god, help me now.
So when I saw you entering a big, fancy high-rise, I was super-duper surprised.
I bet you were. Beats the valley, that's for sure. Oh yeah, you wouldn't happen to be outside my apartment right now, would you?
Yep, sure am. I came all this way to see you. But I've been waiting for like ever and you're still not here. So I asked the caretaker to contact your place directly. He was suspicious at first, but very willing to help after I told him who I was.
Oh no. What have you gone and gotten me into now?
Oh, come on, it's no biggie. So even after I waited, there was still no answer. I've been getting pretty bored and lonely out here. I must have just missed you going out, right? Because I just saw you come back a second ago.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, dead serious.
So let me get this straight. You stalked me, found out where I live, and asked the caretaker for help too?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Although I'd prefer if you called it searching, not stalking. Gee, I can't believe you would call your own daughter a stalker.
You are unbelievable.
Thanks!
Not a compliment.
Anyway, it's water through the tunnel now.
You mean under the bridge?
Yeah, that one.
Well, whatever you call it, it's a nuisance and it needs to stop.
Oh, don't be so harsh. Are you just going to leave your flesh and blood down here in the lobby?
Ew, that's such a weird way to use that expression.
Oh, I see. Whoops.
Well, forget that and forget about coming inside.
Come on, don't be so cold-hearted, Mommy. Come and live with me and Daddy again. It will be fun, just like before.
Like before he cheated on me?
Well, it's what he wants too. He said he regrets having an affair with that younger woman.
Oh, really now?
He also said that you're the only one he truly loves. How sweet and romantic, right?
Spare me. I don't trust a single thing that miserable excuse of a man says. And now he wants to get back together? Oh, please. Not in a million years. Especially after the two of you drove me out.
I think it would do us all good if we lived together again. Daddy's really been down in the dumps ever since you left. And we both miss your cooking so much.
Oh, stop it. The two of you just want it all, don't you? You only want me around when it's convenient.
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb with me. You're the one that wanted me out the most.
I never said that.
Oh, but your actions spoke loud enough. I know how you went ahead and filed the divorce papers behind my back.
But that can't be helped. What happened in the past stays in the past, right? Younger me thought that was the best choice at the time.
Oh, really?
You were angry all the time after Daddy had an affair. I didn't want to see you like that. So it was the obvious decision.
What a load of bull. It was all for your own benefit.
Well, Mommy, I was just a little kid. I can't really be held responsible for everything.
I thought you said that you prefer your dad's young and loaded mistress. I'm sure she's the perfect mother. Just what you've always wanted.
Don't blame me like it's all my fault. There are other people in the wrong here. It's mostly Daddy's fault in the end.
Oh, wow. How immature of you. And I thought I raised you better.
Well, I guess you didn't try hard enough. And I'll have you know that Daddy has got it all worked out.
Oh, does he? Now this I have to hear.
So Daddy told me that his new girlfriend was the daughter of some big shot at work. And if he got married to her, we were guaranteed to live a cushy life. And we'd never have to work again. So, you see, not only me.
Oh, so the two of you needed this crafty little plan together. Look at you two go. You even went as far to forge my signature on those divorce papers. And if that wasn't enough, you got all of my belongings out of the house before I could blink.
But you don't understand. It was so difficult after all that.
How so? What could be worse than what you two did to me?
All was going great at first, but then Daddy got dumped in no time at all.
Oh, that's rich.
She said she doesn't want to be with someone who isn't married, and that she preferred to be a mistress. I guess it's what made things exciting for her. Even though she said she would be my new mommy. I can't believe she lied to me.
Wow, she certainly has an interesting taste in men. Anyway, sounds like your father got what he deserved. Sounds like she was just as trashy as him.
Yeah, I guess they had too much in common. So now I'm stuck living with Daddy. Just the two of us. Neither of us can cook, so it's been frozen meals or delivery every day. I'm so over it. I just want to eat your cooking, Mommy.
Hey, didn't I teach you better? I guess you took after your father a little too much. Just because things have gone downhill for the two of you, don't come crawling back when it's convenient. I'm sure you just throw me out again the second you no longer need me. So don't you ever step foot near my place again.
Are you angry, Mommy? Can you never forgive Daddy?
Of course. That'll never happen in 1,000 years. Enjoy your frozen dinners as you regret the day you cut me from your lives. Oh, and don't even think of contacting me anymore. Tell your failure of a father, too.
What's the deal, Mommy? Why would you ignore your own daughter's phone calls? Even Daddy's calls.
The last thing I want to hear are your voices. I'd rather listen to nails on a blackboard.
How can you be so mean? So cold-hearted. I've even been keeping our promise. I haven't shown up to your apartment building at all since you told me to stop. That's why I had no choice but to call.
You really don't know when to call it quits. Stop pestering me, Mackenzie. I mean it.
How could you say that to me?
Because I've told you 1,000 times already, and I'm getting tired of this. The next time you try to call me, I'm blocking your number. You should be grateful that you even have my number. I should have changed it a long time ago. I think it's about time we cut off all contact anyway.
Wait, Mommy, please. Anything but that. I need to tell you something else. I'm in a lot of trouble right now, and I need you to hear me out. Please let me tell you first.
What is it? Is it that serious?
Super serious.
Spit it out before I change my mind.
Oh, thank you. I was going to tell you over the phone, but I guess this will have to do. So please don't block me yet.
All right, I get it. I'll wait for you to finish. So, what's happened now?
To tell the truth, it looks like at this rate I'm not going to be able to go to the high school I wanted.
You mean that all-girls private school?
Yes, that one. What am I going to do?
And why is that a big problem?
Because it is. You know how I said that Daddy's girlfriend tossed him out? Well, there's more to the story. And it's horrible. She tattled to Daddy's boss about him. She told the boss what Daddy did and pinned the blame on him for them breaking up, saying stuff like he was lying about not being married and all. She twisted the truth and now he's jobless.
Now that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, and now I can't get into the private school.
I guess you could say that you're in a lot of trouble. I guess that's what you get for being a little gold digger. Maybe this will be a lesson to you.
What's the deal? Please, this is my last request. Do something about my tuition.
Huh? Are you kidding me? Why don't you just go to a public school?
Anything but that. Surely you have enough money to spare. After all, you live in a high-rise apartment.
I think that was my mistake in the first place, putting you through private schooling up until now. Look what it's done for you.
What?
Nothing, obviously. In fact, it hasn't taught you any manners or common sense. I doubt going to a private high school will do any better. Go learn from the public system. It might knock some sense into you. Unlike your father.
Why, Mommy? Why wouldn't you even consider it?
Not for a second. Why should I be the one to help you out? You clearly didn't want my help before. You and your father told me that you didn't even want child support when you threw me out. What was it you said? The best thing I could do for you was just disappear?
Maybe I said something like that. But I swear I didn't mean it.
I don't believe you. You look down on your own mother, just like your father did.
But I heard a rumor about you. I heard you're working in a big company now. And apparently you're quite high up in the ranks.
Where did you hear that?
That's a secret. I bet your pockets must be loaded.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Enough to live more than comfortably. Not that it's any of your business.
Then you can definitely help me through school. And while you're at it, maybe throw a little child support Daddy's way too? Or better yet, Daddy said he'll even become a stay-at-home husband.
Oh my god.
Not bad if I say so. I wish we could have sorted out our differences sooner. Daddy even said that he won't cheat anymore. I think we can really make things work out.
Are you listening to yourself right now? How are the two of you still so delusional?
Don't be silly. I'm sure you hate living on your own, right? We can have more fun if we're together. I'm sure you don't know what to do with all that money you're making. Isn't it better if you used it on your beloved family? That's what I think anyway. I wish you would have told us sooner how loaded you were. I was certain you were living a poor and lonely life without Daddy and me. What do you want with my mom? What? Who are you? I could ask you the same thing. Stop calling her your mother, you creep. And stop acting so selfish. Do you have any idea how much trouble you are causing my mom? Excuse me? Who are you to butt into my conversation with Mommy? She's my real mother. Oh, really now? That's funny, because she's my mother as far as I'm concerned. So stop acting like she's someone special to you. Mom doesn't want anything to do with you. Are you kidding me? Who in the world do you think you are? You're the one trying to steal my mommy. I'm just stating facts. Mom got married to my dad and became my new mother. What are you saying? Mommy got remarried? Exactly. And I'm her new daughter, Grace. So if you would kindly tell me what your aim is here, that would be great. Mom has been looking real distressed ever since she picked up her phone. Can I assume you're the cause of her stress? Because if you are, I'm surprised that you have the audacity to send such childish messages. Wait a minute. Are you serious? Mommy remarried and replaced me? How could I not have heard anything about this? Of course I'm serious. And why would she tell you? She said that the two of you didn't get along. But I honestly didn't expect you to be this horrible of a child. It's hard to believe that the two of you are related by blood. I really feel sorry for Mom. Who are you calling a horrible child? And how dare you talk to me like that? I bet you're just a spoiled brat. You only love her because she's loaded. How old are you even? Shouldn't you tell me first since you're the one asking? I'm 13. And FYI, I know some high schoolers that are part of a gang. So I would watch out if I were you. Oh, really? I am 13 too. Oh, and by the way, I will be going to Forest Ridge next year. Forest Ridge? The Forest Ridge? For the fashion design program? That's the one. Are you kidding? That's the school I want to go to. But now Daddy can't afford to send me. He said it was too expensive. Oh, what a relief. I'm glad I won't have someone like you as a classmate. Oh, aren't you just so special, you greedy brat. Say whatever you want. By the way, I heard about the horrible things that you did to my mom. How you plotted with your dad and filed their divorce papers. I'm sure that's very illegal, so you should be grateful that Mom hasn't taken it to the authorities. But as horrible as it is, I've been wanting to thank you. Thanks for giving me such a great mom, and for giving her back her freedom. I'm sure it was such a burden living with you. Not that she has to worry about that anymore. I'm living happily with her now. What the heck? Give her back! She's my mommy! It's too late. She's no longer yours. She's so kind and loving. Whenever I'm stuck on my homework, she helps me out. And she's also an amazing cook. Sometimes she feels like she was my real mother all along. Like when she gets angry and yells at me. But we always make up. I would never trade her in for anything. You shut your lying mouth. Where's your proof anyway? Why do I need to prove anything to you? Are you really the same age as me? Of course I am! Oh, well, I thought you might be younger. Because you're awfully spoiled and selfish for someone who's 13. It's been a long time since I've spoken to someone this childish. I feel like I'm talking to an elementary kid. OMG! How dare you say that to me? Well, if you are really in middle school, then you should understand what I'm saying. No matter what you do, your mommy is never coming home. You've done something unforgivable to her. So if you could act more grown up and leave my mother alone, that would be great. I don't want to talk to you. Give Mommy her phone back. Are you serious about getting remarried, Mommy? I don't believe it. Who cares if you believe it or not? Mommy, why didn't you tell me sooner? Daddy is in shock right now. He's even crying about it. Don't try to play the victim after you hurt my mom. Has your dad got no shame? Crying like a baby at his age. What an embarrassment of a father. Tell him to go lick his own wounds elsewhere. Hey, Mom. Sorry to contact you while you're at work again.
Oh, hey, darling. Don't worry about it. Anytime you need to talk, I'm here for you.
Thanks. That makes me feel better.
So what happened this time? Don't tell me Mackenzie has done something again.
She hasn't caused any real harm yet, but she did something very daring earlier. She started to become a nuisance.
Oh no. What has she done?
She stormed into my school.
What in the world? I don't know what is going through that girl's mind.
Yeah, she caused a big fuss at the school gate. I could hear shouting from miles away. When I went for a look, I saw her causing a big ordeal.
Oh my god. I think she's totally lost it. I wonder if she was trying to see you.
It doesn't make any sense. But I guess that's the only reason she would come to my school. She can't get in now, thanks to the security guards blocking her.
She's gone too far this time. Thanks for telling me. I'll try contacting her.
Are you sure?
Don't you worry about it. Mom's got it all sorted. I can't let anyone cause my precious daughter any more trouble. What is wrong with you, Mackenzie? I heard how you tried breaking into Grace's school. Have you finally gone insane? I won't let you lay a single finger on Grace.
Mommy! I don't see what I've done wrong. I am going to be in the same school as Grace in no time. So why don't you explain to Grace's teachers the misunderstanding?
What do you mean you're going to be going there? Did you come into some money?
Well, the fact that I'm still your daughter is probably the biggest reason. I don't really care about the remarriage and all that now. I think Grace and I can settle our differences and be just like real sisters. So I don't see why there's a problem. I thought, why kick things off early and finish middle school here? That will make things so much smoother for next year. They even have elevators here. So fancy.
Even if that's the case, how do you think you're going to pay for the tuition?
That's where you come in. It's your job to support your child. And if you do that, I'll even treat you like my mother again. I know it'll be hard, but I'll do my best to get along with Grace.
What nonsense.
Hey, don't even worry about getting back with Daddy. He's hopeless anyway. But at least take me back. I'm sure you can provide for one more mouth with no problems, right?
That is enough out of you. How did you grow up to be such a brat?
What's wrong, Mommy?
What's wrong? Don't play games with me anymore. I finally reached my limit with you. If you keep this up, I'll call the police.
The police?
First you start stalking us, then you try and break into Grace's school. Now you're trying to come back to me and leave your helpless father. How self-centered can you be?
Why, Mommy? Why are you getting so angry? What's wrong with wanting to be with my real mother? I'm not forcing you to get back with Daddy. I'm just trying to join your new family.
Do you even know what common sense is? You're borderline committing criminal acts.
I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm just trying to change custody of me over to you.
I don't want to see you anymore, much less have custody over you. If you hate being with your father so much, then why don't you rely on other relatives?
What do you mean?
But there's a chance no one will take you in. Then you'll be off to an orphanage or foster home. At least you won't have any regrets, seeing as you made those choices on your own.
No, please. There's no way I'm going to an orphanage. Please take me in. Do your job as a parent properly.
Even though you're the one that drove me out in the first place.
That's why I'm apologizing. I'm sorry I forced your signature and submitted the divorce papers. But I was just a silly child at the time. It's your job to forgive and forget what your children do.
For the last time, I'm not your mother. You really need to get that through your head.
Mommy.
Don't you dare show your face around my family ever again. I no longer have anything to do with you.
Please, Mommy. Don't say things like that.
I'm enjoying my new life with my new family now. I want nothing more to do with the likes of you or your father. Goodbye. Next time I hear from you or see you around, I'll report you to the police. No more warnings. After continuing to ignore my warnings, Mackenzie continued to cause trouble by the front gate of Grace's school. Apparently, she made quite the riot, saying she won't leave until they enroll her there. Shortly after that, she was reported to the police and taken away for questioning. After finding out about his daughter, my ex-husband went out to pick her up. Unfortunately for him, it was right before an important job interview for a new position. But thanks to Mackenzie, the whole thing was ruined and he lost the prospective job opportunity. I hear that he is still jobless now. And for Mackenzie, well, she definitely has no chance of getting into that private school that she was aiming for. Of course, money is an issue for them, but she is also failing classes in her current middle school. I wouldn't be surprised if she is held back a year or two.
I can't believe you're seriously this dumb. It's hilarious. You still haven't noticed? I feel bad for you.
It's been 2 years since you last contacted me. What is this all of a sudden?
Well, you see, I stole your boyfriend.
Huh? Boyfriend? I don't have a boyfriend, though?
Let me tell you something. 3 months ago, your high school had a reunion. But it didn't seem like you mentioned to the organizing committee that you moved 2 years ago. So I ended up getting the invitation. As your twin sister, I decided to take it upon myself to attend for you.
But you graduated from an entirely different high school, didn't you?
Like I said, I went in your place. And then, your boyfriend was there too.
I already told you, I don't have a boyfriend.
And so, your boyfriend mistook me for you. He took me back home and we had a lot of fun in the evening.
I don't know how many times I need to say this, but I don't have a boyfriend.
I found your number in his phone. I told him that something happened to my last phone number, so I changed your number to mine. Haven't you wondered why you haven't been able to reach him these days? It's all because of me. Whoops.
Oh my god. How many times do I need to repeat myself? I don't have a boyfriend.
And then guess what else happened? I got pregnant with his child.
What? You're pregnant?
Once we get married, I'll tell him the truth about being your twin sister. Until then, don't you dare try to meddle with things, okay? Getting pregnant is a sign. It's my fate to marry him. But also the fact that he has a 6-figure salary, lives in a luxurious high-rise apartment, and would basically make me a rich wife is pretty great too. So don't cause any trouble for me. Don't even think about showing up in front of him or contacting him.
I wouldn't even try to contact him. Do you want to know why? He is not my boyfriend. Whatever. I won't put up with you doing anything weird, okay? So just stay out of it. Man, you've seriously gotten even worse with your listening skills in these past 2 years. Whatever, that's not even the main point. Anyways, your boyfriend is now all mine. You got it? Yep, you do you. Good, I'm glad you understand. If you try to get near him without my permission, I won't let you off easy. Jesus Christ. I don't care anymore. Take that! What is it this time? I can tell you're trying to hide your pain and regret behind your current messages. What do you want? Starting today, I'll be living with my boyfriend in that big, beautiful apartment. Okay. And? Well, I just thought how bad you must feel. We also finished registering our marriage. We're officially a couple. And then I confessed to him about the whole twin sister thing. You won't believe how he reacted. He said he knew from the very beginning. This must be true love, right? It's love. There's nothing else that can explain how he was able to tell us apart from the beginning. And so now, I'm going to get the ceremony taken care of before he changes his mind about all of this. Okay, good for you. I don't know who your boyfriend is, but hey, I guess it's okay as long as you're happy. Excuse me? But you need to tell Mom and Dad about this. After you messaged me about your boyfriend and getting pregnant, I talked to Mom and Dad. They had absolutely no idea about any of this. They were pretty disappointed that you never so much as introduced them to your boyfriend. I guess your husband now. Anyways, you two should go and visit Mom and Dad right away. Excuse me? I don't like your attitude and the way you talk to me. It's pretty rude of you guys to ignore all the pre-marriage traditions. You should show some manners at the very least. Yeah, whatever. Are you really that upset that I took your boyfriend away from you? I already said that I don't have a boyfriend. How many times do I need to repeat myself for you to get it? I know you're lying to me. What? You think I wouldn't know? You know, I don't even know what to think. I keep trying to tell you that I don't have a boyfriend for you to steal, but it seems like you're just not getting it. What do you mean I'm not getting it? Never mind. Anyways, I don't care about all the details, but now that you're pregnant, you better start showing some responsibility as a mother. Kids can't choose their parents, so it's up to you to get your act together. Excuse me? I'm busy now. Let's stop here for today. Wait! Hold up! Hey! Don't you think your reaction to all of this is a bit weird? Really? Yes, it is! Why are you ignoring the fact that your boyfriend got another woman pregnant? Normally, people would panic. They would get mad and cry. Why aren't you livid at all? Getting livid isn't really healthy during the prenatal phase. Prenatal? I'm pregnant right now as well. With my husband's child, of course. What? Husband? I married my supervisor from work 2 years ago. You married your supervisor? No one told me that. I told Mom and Dad not to talk about it with you. Why would you do something like that? That's our choice as husband and wife. I don't know why you're getting so riled up over it. I also felt like you would try and do something bad at the wedding. I didn't really know how to bring all of this up with you. Are you serious? Also, I knew about the school reunion. Wait, you knew? It's true that I didn't get the physical invitation to the reunion, but they texted me the details. I declined the invitation since I didn't want to go anywhere while I'm pregnant. Some of my friends attended the reunion. They told me all about you showing up and messing around with people. Are you serious? They knew who I was? Yep, looks like it. You showed up pretending to be me with a flat stomach even though they all know I'm 5 months pregnant. On top of that, you were wearing stilettos. There's no way a pregnant woman would be walking around in stilettos, downing drink after drink. My friends quickly realized that it was my dumb little sister from the other high school. But no one said anything to me at the reunion. Well, it's pretty obvious they wouldn't say anything to you. Everyone was in such shock they didn't know what to say anymore. Let sleeping dogs lie, you know? And plus, it was kind of funny for them, so they left you to your own devices. So, yep, that's what happened. That's horrible! You're all awful to me! Who was the one who decided to go and crash a high school reunion while stealing someone's identity? Didn't you think it would be weird? You don't know anyone at my high school. I'd imagine a typical conversation at a reunion would involve stories from a long time ago. If you suddenly stopped talking during those conversations, wouldn't that draw some suspicion towards yourself? I had no idea a nerdy and depressed person like you would have made any friends. Nerdy and depressed? I'm pretty sure I was being hardworking and dedicated. People who are like that aren't depressed by default. You seriously need to reconsider your definition of that word. Everyone at your school was nerdy and depressed. I heard that's what IB programs do to kids. How would you define my other classmate who was top of the grade, tennis captain, student council president, and had tons of admirers? He was seriously amazing. Does that sound nerdy and depressed to you? What? No, but it sounds totally made up and unrealistic. You really shouldn't underestimate how smart people are in the state's top high school. But then again, the guy was by far on a whole different level. So according to your logic, would you label that guy as a recluse as well? You know what? Whatever. Let's change the topic. That's not my point. I don't care about all those nitpicky little details. Either way, I've won this round. My husband makes well over 6 figures a year. We live in a penthouse, and that person is in love with me. Looks like I've got you all beat. Feels pretty good to be the winner. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I wanted to ask you something. Your husband. Who is he, even? Was he one of my classmates? I might have known him. Oh, my husband? It's Henry. I'm sure you remember Henry. Henry? Henry Williams? That Henry? Oh, God. So that's what this is all about. What do you mean? He's the guy who went around telling everyone that I was his girlfriend back in high school. It caused a ton of drama. He did something like that? Yeah, he said I was his type. After I rejected him, he found out that I have an identical twin sister. He insisted that I introduce him to you and wouldn't leave me alone about it. He probably thought he won the lottery when you guys met at the reunion. So that's what happened. Well, I mean, it's fine. I caught a rich man after all. You really let go of such a huge chance. Sucks to be you. By the way, that big apartment building you live in, does it happen to be the one near the station? Yep, that's the one. Are you jealous? I bet you're feeling super jealous right now. Even if you went back to Henry and begged, he wouldn't go back to you. Even if he gave it to me for free, I wouldn't take it. Acting all tough again, eh? No. I'm already married to the man I love. But even if I was single, I wouldn't want to date an unemployed hermit anyways. What? Who are you talking about? Remember that legendary classmate of mine that I mentioned earlier? The guy who was basically perfect in everything he did? Henry is his cousin. Wait, are you serious? My husband knows them. Henry isn't the one who's making 6 figures a year and owns the penthouse. All of it is actually his cousin Jack. Jack left on an overseas business trip for 7 months and left the apartment to Henry to look after it. Oh, and Jack is coming back in 10 days. No, that can't be right. Henry also promised that he would move out once Jack came back. No way. No. Clara, I heard that you went against Mom and Dad's wishes and told them you would never come back home again. If you're going to go that far, shouldn't you talk to Henry and figure out where you two will live next? I don't understand what you're talking about. What the heck is going on? Then, if that's the case, I'll just get married to Jack instead. I'm just gonna do that. Jack already has a wife. His business trip was scheduled right after they got married, so Jack decided to take his wife along with him for a kind of business trip quasi-honeymoon. They plan on living together in the penthouse once they get back. So, how on earth do you think you're going to try and steal him? And plus, you're pregnant with Henry's kid. You two have no choice but to move out in 10 days. No, there's no way. You're lying, right? Tell me you're lying. I thought I finally managed to beat you at something in life. None of this makes any sense. I just can't. And lastly, I'll just say this. Clara, Regardless of the circumstances, you now have a child. Don't let your kid down. Be a good mother.
That's easier said than done. Hey, please, help me.
I'm not going to save you. This is your own responsibility.
What? Please, you've got to help me.
I'm about to become a mother myself. My child is my #1 priority. I don't have the time and energy to help you. Goodbye then. Clara and Henry continued to live in the penthouse until Jack returned. Jack called Henry's parents and informed them about the situation, so they allowed Clara and Henry to move in with them. Although, I heard that Clara's mother-in-law seems like a pretty strict person. Also, it turns out that Jack wanted a different cousin to take care of the house while he was overseas. That cousin, however, was suddenly hospitalized. Henry took advantage of the situation and moved in. Jack is demanding $3,000 in repairs for the furniture that Henry broke while he was staying there. Henry managed to find a job at a construction company, but it looks like a lot of his initial checks will be going into paying off his debts. As for Clara, she plans on working as soon as she recovers from having the baby. She has no choice, really, given her family situation. She's going to let her in-laws take care of the baby. Both of them ended up with really exhausting jobs, but I suppose that's karma for you. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.